Hello Taurus and welcome to my channel Green Lion Goddess Tarot. Oh, I think we had one that flipped over. Okay. Six of Feathers, transition and insight is coming in. This is the Six of Swords. And I feel like with this is that there is going to be some messages coming in from your spirit. Dragonflies represent that, messages coming in from spirit about what you're moving through at this moment. And you're transitioning on from an old energy and you're potentially getting some interesting insights around that. So the Six of Swords is also moving away from drama into peace. It can be moving and traveling quite literally. But yeah, I think this is a really positive energy to come in. And I think it's got a lot to do with some of the, this is your mid-month reading for the second half of March. So there's major, big shifts and planetary shifts happening at this time because Pluto's moving into Aquarius. This is massive, probably the biggest energy shift of the year. And that's what I'm getting with this Six of Feathers is that this is like a big cycle that is slow moving, that you're moving on from something old and moving into a new energy. So yes, I think that there's just a lot happening with that, Taurus. And, there's a lot happening in these 2 weeks. We have the equinox on the 20th. We have the new moon in Aries on the 21st or 22nd, depending on where you are in the world. And that's a great time to set a new intention because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So set a new intention for the astrological new year. And Mars moves into Cancer at the end of the month as well. So moves on. We have, okay, what's shifting and changing? Wand for Jupiter Aries. I feel like it's like your perspective is getting this 360 degree. It's like, okay, I'm moving and expanding in a way that is almost like I'm moving on, but at the same time, energetically, this is a huge expansion for me. So that's kind of the feeling I'm getting. It's kind of fascinating. I just get this sense of your soul energy expanding. So yes, and I feel like that's kind of opening you up to all these, to personal expansion, but all these other opportunities. Like I wasn't looking in this direction before, but now I am. So very interesting with the Jupiter Aries. This is where plans can change. We had, I think that was the Nine of Pentacles tried to kind of pop out, but doesn't quite feel right for you, Taurus. So, Taurus, I wanted to let you know that this reading is for Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all 3 of your placements if you know where they are because they give you a fuller picture, a more holistic view of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Taurus. Just take what feels right, leave the rest, trust your intuition. And yeah, we are building a very beautiful Patreon community as well, which is new. That just doesn't feel quite like the right frequency. Sorry, I've got to get that into the cards. And yeah, this is something I've started up because of Pluto moving into Aquarius, because this is such a huge shift. And once it finally moves into Aquarius properly in 2024, because it's kind of retrogrades back into Capricorn over the next year, it will stay there for 20 years. So this is like a massive influence in our lives at this moment in time. And so I was kind of seeing the Patreon community as something that we can work with practically with these big shifts and changes of energies that are happening. So there's a lot of practical things in there like tutorials and meditations and astrology updates, access to all the extendeds. There's a lot in there. Okay, you're walking it. So I'd love it if you check it out. And the link for that's in the description box below. My goodness. Okay, wow. Whew, some big choice here around validation and success. 4 of Pentacles, a little bit of fear about where you're moving towards. You've got the Hanged Man. I feel like you're moving out of victim mentality here and you're taking charge like the King of Wands. Interesting. 7 of Cups. And we have, charge, the Knight of Swords. You're not holding on for too long. You are moving forward. Oh, here you are, Taurus. Wow, you're on the move quite literally. The King of Pentacles, I love it. And the 4 of Swords. You're potentially going to need a big rest at the end of this. There's action stations, but I think it's about managing your energy levels as well. Make sure you get some rest. And I think that what you're working on here is foundational, some foundational things. So we have in the center the Lover's card. There is a big choice. that lies ahead, or you're looking at a choice or the choices that you've made. This could be around a relationship, but it could be around anything in your life, really, with the Lovers card. It's crossed by the Five of Swords, so that would suggest there's a little bit of conflict around this. So Pluto moves into Aquarius. Aquarius is a fixed sign, and so are you. You're a fixed sign as well. So Pluto is the planet of transformation and change, and it will be challenging parts of you and parts of your life to bring in a change of some sort. So I feel like that's kind of the deeper cycle that's happening. So potentially it's like the choice to step into the change. Is this your choice, or does it feel like something bigger than you outside? So I feel like you're a little bit conflicted about a choice that lies in front of you, but we have in your conscious mind the Eight of Cups, which is an energy of wanting to walk away or detach from drama of some sort. This is walking away from energies that are not fulfilling for you because you've tasted all these cups and found one wanting, something was missing. And so something that perhaps used to be fulfilling is no longer. And that's what this big shift and change is that's happening here. So it's kind of the search for fulfillment, or that, the things, you've got wand 4, the 4 of wands, the 4 of pentacles, and the 4 of swords. Like I said, 4s represent foundations that you're building in your life at this moment in time. And it's almost like you want those foundations to be fulfilling, deeply fulfilling in a way. So we have at the base the 6 of wands, and this is a card of success and victory. So that's what's happening deep down inside of you. This is potentially going to be a very successful transition once you kind of start moving into it. But it's also about validation. This is the hero returning and is being validated, is being seen. So there's something deep inside of you that's being validated and being seen at this moment in time, which is kind of precipitating this sense of walking away and expansion and moving on. So yeah, even though, there's things inside your mind you're conflicted about, I feel like there's kind of like this deeper energy around it. In the recent past, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles is it's at the end of the journey. There's been a completion. Something has been attained. You've put in as many pentacles as you can, and it's kind of time to pay it forward or move on or leave it behind. It's like a legacy perhaps that was there, or something that was very secure in your life or represented a form of security. But this potentially why there's a little bit of conflict and fear about it, because it's like very much stepping into the unknown, into the wilderness. Like I feel like these characters just intuitively following their feeling that I need to leave that behind now, and getting a sense that what is it that you are choosing around that? So it's fair enough that this little 4 of Pentacles is holding on. It's going, I'm holding on to the things that I know, that I feel like I'm in control of, that I feel that, I feel secure in, that represents this control and security for me. And it's like, what are you holding on to for fear of letting go? It's just a little fear response of stepping out of like a comfort zone. And so you're presenting as the Hanged Man, is that in between all these energies, it could feel like there is a sense of putting things on hold or delays or stagnation with the Hanged Man energy. But ultimately what happens is it's this sense of patience. Through a patient approach, you can gain a new perspective that can actually be enlightening. So I think you're kind of taking this at your pace, and Pluto is a very slow moving energy as well. So the energy surrounding you is this King of Wands. This quite literally could be in Aries, and we are moving into Aries season. So you've got Jupiter in Aries, and Jupiter is in Aries at this moment in time. And it's about to move into your sign in May. So, and then we've got the King of Wands. So this is someone very dynamic, charismatic, a leader, creative, someone that kind of goes after what they want, someone who could be very inspiring. It's somebody just very motivated. So there's leadership potential around. This person could be very creative as well. But I feel like it's kind of like, it's like a catalyst. There's potentially somebody that they're setting an example perhaps. And it's like, they're following their instincts and going for something that they're passionate about. And that's kind of perhaps stirring something inside of you. So we have as your overall not your overall energy, your hopes and fears, the Seven of Cups. And this is really, I guess, a anxiety about making the right choice, really. Hoping to make the right choice, because the Seven of Cups, the choices are opening up, the options are opening up, but the picture isn't fully clear yet. So the picture's still forming, the vision's still forming here. So it's like you don't want to necessarily make the wrong choice that lies in front of you. But we have, I don't think you hold on for too long, because we have this Knight of Swords here. This is the King of Pentacles, which is the Taurus king, the divine masculine of Taurus, setting some things into motion. This is like moving forward. It's like charge. That Knight of Swords is fast moving energy. And the King of Pentacles doesn't usually like to move that fast, but it's like something is racing inside your mind, or something's moved really, really quickly. And it's almost like, okay, ready to kind of take something on, sheer determination. And it could all just be happening so fast here. So it could be that there is like, if you're thinking of moving, this could happen quickly. The Four of Pentacles can represent savings as well, and the King of Pentacles can represent money, business, success. So this could be determined to bring in something like that, or something really successful could come to you really, really quickly. This is you in motion, like you're mobilizing your troops and mobilizing your mind, and you're like, right, okay, do I need to do something with my money or shift my money around, or what do I need to do? It's kind of like I'm working out what I'm transitioning into, what the new opportunities are, how I'm going to be validated and fulfilled. And here I am kind of going for it as well. So while still being quite practical and grounded, which is actually good. So we have as your overall energy, the Four of Swords. And this is where like there could be massive mindset shifts that are coming in over this time. And it could all happen quite quickly. And suddenly it's like, I feel like I'm heading in a very different direction. So this Four of Swords is about mental foundations, but it is about rest as well. Making sure that you might need some retreat and rest from some of these bigger energies that are around at this moment in time. But yeah, the Four of Swords is about understanding that your thoughts are creating your reality here. What reality do you really want? Because it seems like it's open to new possibilities here. And so this is reworking the narrative and the thoughts that are going on inside your mind at this moment, Taurus. So yeah, you quite literally are rewriting the new direction to your book, that you're the book is your life and you're the starring role inside that book. So we have, okay, affirmation, the past is over. This is a new day, one that I have never lived before. I stay in the now and enjoy each and every moment. And that's what that Knight of Swords and the King of Pentacles is doing. It's like you're very much in the now. Things are all happening around you really quiet, really fast. And it's like I'm enjoying all of these moments that are coming in, which is really nice. So I'm really liking this energy. It feels different to normal, but it might actually be a sense of this is actually feeling kind of, I feel like alert and alive and really present. So it's kind of interesting. You've got the skull and crossbone. Okay, interesting. I want to pull another one. And the horse. Okay. So this is very much saying the skull and crossbone is like a danger, don't do that. And then we're seeing the horse taking a giant leap. So a little bit like that Knight of Swords, but it's kind of like saying don't rush into something. Don't leap before you look. And I'm seeing that you're not doing that here, which is actually good because you're taking the time out with the Hanged Man to understand what it is that you're letting go of here, what it is that you need to sacrifice in terms of what you're transitioning on from. And so I think you're kind of taking it in your stride, quite literally. And so it very much, you're going to get some very clear directions that are right for you and very clear directions that aren't right for you. And it's just saying don't jump in too soon with something. It really is like spend a bit of time considering it and thinking about it. And then when it feels right, you know, this is when you kind of mobilize things and get things moving into action here, action and focus. So yeah, that's your reading, Taurus. That's it. It feels like something that has been quite established in your world is about to shift and change. in a way that I think feels kind of different but refreshing. The challenge is to get to kind of let go and to let the transition happen. So, and you go deep into your mind here with the Four of Swords, and that's where the answers can lie, definitely inside your mind. So that's your reading, Taurus. Like I said, I'd love it if you come over and check out the beautiful Patreon community that we are building at this moment in time. It's going to be really helpful with working with some of these bigger energies that are around. So love it if you check that out. The link is in the description box below for the Patreon community. And please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments. That this helps YouTube know that you support the channel, helps with the growth of the channel, and I really appreciate your support. And so thanks, Taurus, and look forward to seeing you next time.